You want to know the difference between the Qinghai Fiberglass from Alibow version 1 to the version 2? Me too, so stay tuned. Welcome back, boys and girls. Today we talk about the new Qinghai version 2 2025 Fiberglass bow by Alibow. You get it in the sleeve, the bow and the string if it comes out. When you order from Alibow, or when I order from Alibow, they always attach the string outside with a rubber band. Last time I lost one. So you get the bow, you get string directly out of the box. This angle looks a little different than the original Qinghai. You see that? Way more aggressive. The new Qinghai version 2 2025. I still try, but it doesn't work without. Strung 134 centimeters to 140 depending on the poundage. The brace height is 18 to 20 centimeters. I like. The draw length is 33 inches up to 45 pounds, and beyond 45 it's up to 70 pounds. It's 31, and now I see you can have this bow now from 20 to 80 pounds at 28 inches, my friends. And you can still shoot this bow with 10 grain per pound arrows. That sounds all awesome. Now you ask, yeah, but how much is it? It's an 80 pound. It's $140. Of course, you American a bit out of luck now with the tariffs. If I could read that, would be fine. It's a 25 pound. So I got a 25 pound version because I always order 25 for my trainings. But if it performs decent in 25, you can expect a really great performer then with higher poundages. So what do we have? What's the difference? First of all, let's look here. We get the wood sears, a string bridge. We get a nice whipping. You get leather. You can have it in different colors. What I like is on the back they have it now black and not this stitching like with older models. You know, some people like this. I don't. I like this version more. Looks a bit more clean to me. Then we get a nice handle. It's again this new handle design. Sanded rayskin as an arrow pass, a nice whipping, and this is how it goes. Compared now to the old one, you see there's leather wrapped around completely, which does not look that bad either, but this one looks a little more fancy. Now let's see. Handle, obviously the old handle, the new handle, you see the difference directly. Way nice. So this is more like, I don't know, straightforward. So the handle of this one was okay, but the handle of the new one is just awesome. But the major difference comes then when you, first of all, let's check the flex in the handle. Let's align them. You see that the handle is a little more straight with the new one. Behind is the new one. So we don't have this bent handle, but then on the outside it starts showing the difference. You see the back one, the sear is the new one, and the front one is the old one. What I liked on the old one is that they attach here this leather lip. Looks nice, but on the other side it came off here, so then it looks a little, so you need to glue it back. The old one had here no reinforcement. The new one gets at least, gets a complete reinforcement. Here you see the V shape of the, let me bring it close, you see that? The old one didn't have that, it was just a one piece wood sear. Now we have this reinforcement in horn, very nice. The string bridges have the same height, but the new one looks a little more refined. You see that the old one was a little rough. New one looks nicer, and from the old one you had this transition from this angle to the groove, and the new one just is a nice rounded groove. I like this one more. That's a difference. I don't know what the old one is now price wise, but you can check on the website. Welcome to my sales channel, by the way. The link in the description, you will find my my website where you can buy all this now, of course, not because I'm not a sales channel. What I like a lot, I'm not sure if you can see that, the old one is on the back flat and the new one is slightly rounded, which looks way, let me show you like this, maybe see it like this better. You see the flat one? And slightly rounded, looks way nicer, way more, I don't know, premium. Really nice. So, the bow draws in my poundage then 33 inches. The old one did 33 too, so there is no difference. Nice bow. So if you are up for a manchu feeling, but you don't want to have this massive big manchu, 58, let's say 59 inches from knock to knock, and a max of 33 gives you a fairly off. I might write it there or not. So this direction, yeah, let's see the old one. So the old one was very flexible in this direction. The new one is quite an amount stiffer here, so I like this one. Arrow pass is 25. The old one, by the way, had here only suede, not a ray skin. And it is 25. Same. So, did I tell you everything? I guess so. Let's string the bow, no? So, strings are always nice. I guess it's a symmetrical string. No? Yeah, kind of. See? Yeah, maybe one could argue that this one is the shorter one. Let me put this on top. I like the reinforced knocks, and you see how little material is left outside. So that speaks for maybe a little less kick vibration, more speed, because less weight in the CS is always a good thing, no? 25 is now not the hardest thing to do. Easy peasy. Easy to string. And look, nice. This is how bow should look like. So 25, of course, there is now not the biggest oomph in it, but it's for me, for my training, so it's fine. And then, this is so great. Wow. So, let's see the old one. This is a 25 pound too, so we can compare it nicely. See here, way more material beyond the knock. The new one is cut off, saves weight, gives speed. Yoop. So stringing, they're both the same. Maybe the new one a little easier because it doesn't have this massive dent here. So now you see directly the difference. Now the new one is in front, version 2. And the other one in the back. You see the back one, the handle is more going inwards. The new one handle is more straight, even pronounced a bit on the back side. Then they come down relatively the same, but then the sear angle even strong. You see the difference? Dun dun. So that will give the new one, I guess, a little advantage. Now let's see what the old one is doing in 25. It's nice, and in this direction stiff because of the string bridges, obviously. And the new one flexes a little nicer, and it's still stiff, so it's not a problem. So the new one weighs, yoop, 590. The old one, if then it's not much, 555, so a little less. So the new one is a little heavier. Bracelet of the old one, due to the recessed handle, I guess it's a little less. We have 6 and almost 3/4. And with the new one, 7 1/4. So we have more brace height. I like that. And the angle looks just, this looks now like a manchu bow. Awesome. 25 pound at 28. I take my imaginary 28 should be here. 23.5, so it's fine. The old one. 25. So draw experience. The old one. And then it goes. Here it gets stiff. So that one really gets stiff. So draw curve wise. If I have time, I do a draw curve and I show you. And the new one. Same here, and then there's nothing. So the poundage, I really need to do a draw curve. You need to feel that. The old one really gets up. From here onwards, up, 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 up. So you feel constant going up. And the new one is just, here goes a little up, and now it's like, now it's nothing. There's no raise in poundage. Feelable increase in poundage. The draw of this bow is just awesome. Now I need to find 33 inch. Wait a second, I shoot. This will be part of another video, the new barreled arrows by Alibow. But just to have a shot now with the new one. Let's put these beside here. So until here. And $140. Yes, of course, shipping and customs and what have you. Straight, without cut. These arrows are awesome. I really need to do an extended review of these ones. Nice. Let's shoot the old one in comparison. Tibetan Qinghai. The old one. Oh, you feel that it's getting stiff, 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 stiff. But still snappy. Oh. Let's see, with the same arrow, the new one. If I have the same brrr. Old one. And you hear it. Boom, boom. And the new one. Down, down. There's more oomph built in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a little bit in the hand, but not much. The old one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A bit more. And a bit, yeah, it's yeah, you really can feel the difference from the old one here to the new one. Awesome. I like this one. Look at this incredible bow. And here back there, it doesn't feel stacking like with this one. Here, this one doesn't want to go. Then you really, and you see the string angle here compared to here. Obviously, because we have, see that? That's why it draws way nicer back there, because of our sear angle. Sear angle causes a different string angle. No? You see that again? I hold them side by side, and you see the new one. A bit more aggressive, way nicer. And when we check there from the string bridge, and longer. When I put both string bridges side by side, you see that the new one is way longer. So the sears of the new one are just, let's put them together again. Then you see that the new one's string bridge is further in, but the knock is here compared to here, the string. In total, it's not longer, they just make the string knock way higher. Feels like a total different bow. I like this one. These are the closest to 10 grain. I find they're 330 grain, and we end up roughly at 35 pounds. 154. 149. Full draw, my friend. These arrows are only 32. 153, the old one. Yep. 158. 155. 150. We'll do the new one more time. So the new one again. 153. 163. 154 for a massive sheer fiberglass bow. 160 per second with 10 grain. Awesome. Let's see with the thumb ring. The new Qinghai. So if you don't like the Yarha for whatever reason, get the Qinghai. This is now draw experience wise way better than the old one. And shooting wise, it's just, look at this. Nice. I like this one. $140. I think heavier poundage is a bit more than, but up to 80 pounds, imagine that. And precise, and the arrows are straight, so these arrows are really good. It's an awesome bow. So even with the Manchurian ring, oh yeah, nice. So this one, I can show you close up. Nice. String bridges are a little smaller than on the old one, but enough. Longer. To the longer loops. The nice leather, you can have different colors. I always get them in black, as I like. Belly part is black, nice. Handle is just awesome. So this one is, you see that? This nice shape. Comes nice in your hand, and even for your, if you want to do the high wrist grip to take care of your elbow and shoulder problems. Some people have. Here, I said you can check the bow hand. You can hold the bow normally. If this is enough. If your arms are a little shorter, but you would still want to do 33 inches, you just, see that? High wrist grip. Yes, sir. Devastating power. Jesus, and a group. So, wow, precise, powerful. There is not much going on handshake wise. Of course, if you shoot 10 grain, you feel it a little more, like with these white arrows. But when I see these ones here, they are 430. The Taurus. Let's see what 430 will do. We're at 35 pounds at full draw. Yeah, you feel a little oomph, but you just need to align your shoulder, your elbow, and your hand properly. Then it doesn't go up to your neck and causes some shoulder problems or what have you. These ones, oh, they are more lightweight than the white ones. Nice, so more lighter arrows. Now I start splitting them already here. Ooh, you heard that? Way faster. So I think the red feathered ones are way lighter than the white ones. So most probably tip or something. I need to check. But as I said, there will be a review of these arrows because people always ask, where do I get long arrows? And I always say, get them from Alibow. And look, these are now tapered from 8 millimeters to 7.8. So not much, but a little. And with this, you get them so nice, stiffer, straighter. Nice. Jesus! What the heck? Need to measure them quickly. So the white ones, 786. And the red ones, 500, straight 500. So the white ones 500 grain and they are 700. What did I say? I forgot now. The white ones. Oh, wait a sec. Confuse myself. 760 for the white ones and the red feathered ones are 500. They are awesome. What's the spine? So if I look, 300 spine, Alibow 6.2 millimeters, and they are 300, so both 300. But I guess here you see with the white one, here you see with the white one we have a brass insert, and here we have the normal aluminum insert, so we get here more weight in the tip. And these ones are way more lightweight. 500 grain feels just awesome for this bow. So Alibow gets you covered with your arrow needs, the lighter ones. Dang. I think you can get really good speed out of these ones, huh? But these arrows are not meant for the Qinghai, they are meant for some other bows I have here from Alibow, which I will review very soon. So, nice. You saw the speed. I gave you all the specs of this bow. $140 plus yes shipping, plus yes customs. I don't know for how many this bow will be sold at Alibow resellers. You just check. There's tension in it. And the draw curve is just, here it starts building up, a little heavy. And now, but it stays like this. So it doesn't get anything more until here. And you see the sear angle already. And this bow is straight, so you don't have to worry about anything. This bow is completely straight. So the string will always find its way back there. But just don't torque a bow like this. Torque is always a thing with these long bows with string bridges. No good. Let's shoot one of these. They're 450 something. Oh, even mom look works. They are a little stiffer, or not so stiff. They go a little to the side. Great bow. Thank you very much, Alibow, for sending it to me. So, if you were thinking to get a Qinghai instead of a Yarha because you don't need 35-inch draw, 33 is enough for you. The new one, Qinghai II, is the thing for you. Shaped like a Manchu, draws 33 inches, but nicely, way nicer than this one. And imagine now this one in 50 pounds or 40 pounds. The draw with the new one is way nicer at the long end than with this one. So the higher the poundage, usually the stiffer they get back there. This one is just wow. And the handle, perfect. So this is, even if it's a long bow, you have your control over this bow. This is really great. The old one, it feels a little more wobbly and you don't have that much grip to hold on to. It's a little smaller and it's has here this curve. So this doesn't feel that nice. The new one has the bump back there and the bump inside, and it just fits in the hand and does everything you want. So this one, awesome. I will leave the link obviously to Alibow's website, alibowshop.com. Then you can check out the new Qinghai II 2025 model. Just make sure you get the right one. You have here way more lever than with the old one. This is one smooth draw. And this one, because it's quite shorter here and more straight than this aggressive angle, here you feel it builds up, it builds up, it builds up, it builds up. not much, but you feel here it gets stiffer. Then with this one, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Awesome. Awesome bow. So now I'm done. Thank you very much, Alibow, for sending it to me. Really nice bow, very well done. So I like that Alibow does not say, okay, we have a fiberglass bow and we sell it until the end of time. As you see with others, they just have some fiberglass bow in the repertoire, but didn't update years. Always something new. I said the new fiberglass Tatar, I bought them now for my trainings. They are just cool. If you want to draw a little more and have a little bit the manchu experience, get this Qinghai. If you want the real manchu experience, get the Yarha, and something in between would be then the K1, the new one. So all these new fiberglass bows from Alibow are just. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Keep in mind there is an online course with me out, a basic course and advanced course in Asiatic archery. You can go check it out on my website. This is the thing I sell. Yes, this is my sales channel. You find a lot, just my online course. In German and English, native speaking, and then we have 5 different languages, AI translated. Go check it out. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch you at the next one.